I think of it as I'm not going to let my team down. I've got to push myself, get back to where I want to be so that I can help out this team.
Well, I knew of Bree before I took the job here. She's always been a powerful athlete, a real good personality in the gym and on the competition floor, so it was exciting that I was going to get to coach her in a little bit.
Let's start with the unofficial visit. This wasn't even on my list, really. My mom was like, just keep your options open. And then I stepped on campus and I was just like, oh, wow, this is where I need to be. Instantly fell in love. Like, there was like no one on campus. It was like 5 o'clock and literally just looking at everything and getting a tour from Kurt. I was just like, this is where I want to be. This is awesome. The day of the injury, it was our Iron Bowl, if you will, against Alabama. And the whole night, honestly, I thought we were on fire. We were having a great time. We were all in the zone. Everyone was really feeling it that night.
We started the meet and everything was going really well. Hit our vaults, we're sticking our landings, so we were right there neck and neck with Alabama all the way till the end. The last girl up would be Bree, and she's our anchor for a reason. We rely on her consistently, and we were within striking distance of taking down Alabama that night, so everything was great.
Yeah, I was a little nervous, a little anxious, but I had got a little pep talk from one of my teammates, and then after I was like, all right, let's do this. We're gonna have a bomb routine. We're gonna do great.
Well, both teams, Alabama was lined up on one side watching, and we were on the other side watching. And both teams knew it was going to come down to that routine, and both teams knew that when Bree's on, she was capable of hitting.
Started my routine feeling great, maybe a little cocky, but went and I did feel like I hit a dead spot on the floor after my back handspring, but I kept going. I didn't think anything of it until I kind of bounced off my head and was super confused. And then I felt like kind of a burning in my ankles, and I was like, okay, well, great. I just probably sprained both my ankles.
Well, I was at the event. I was diagonally in the other corner in the other portal. Bree got ready to make her third pass, and in the middle of the third pass, amazingly enough, she suffered this injury. Running the length of that floor was a long time because I was contemplating, that she had a severe cervical spine injury, and she looked at me and said, "I'm okay. I'm okay. It's my ankles." We were quite surprised that she had indeed torn both of her Achilles.
I think it utterly shocked everybody. It's the worst injury that I've ever been a part of in any sport.
I'm never gonna forget that night. It's gonna be hard not to, so it's definitely motivation. After surgery, being in the wheelchair, being in the scooter, in my mind I'm like, I know how to walk. It's gonna be fine. It's just one foot in front of the other. But like actually having to relearn how to do a heel strike, push through your toes, get your feet moving, that's I think when it actually sunk in that I'm not gonna be able to do what I've been doing for so long. I literally have to start over.
Gymnastics is all about progressions. It's the littlest thing, you add to it. Once you master that, you add again. And I think that is enormously beneficial for somebody going through what she went through. A lot of us were alternating between, getting on her a little bit and putting our arms around her and saying it's gonna be good, you're gonna be fine. And that was mainly the initial month and a half where she was really immobile, wasn't allowed to do a whole lot.
I definitely wanted to be out on the floor competing with them, but I couldn't. So I think that was probably one of the hardest things about recovery. But honestly, without them, this whole process would have been 10 times harder. No one would let me feel sorry for myself, ever. Like, it was always like, hey, you're fine. Just go, do this. It's not that long. You'll be flipping in no time, so.
Once she started to get allowed to do things, it didn't take a whole lot. There wasn't much left of motivating her. She was, as soon as you let her go around on a set of crutches, you're setting yourself up for some issues with that girl because she's pretty aggressive.
I don't remember a single day that she was down, literally. I mean, she was straight ahead. She attacked it with the, with the intelligent attitude of what can I do today to get better. And she was, she was uplifting to everybody around her, everybody in rehab. She was, how are you doing? Can I do something to help you? And I mean, this is somebody in a wheelchair that can't stand up, and she's offering to help other people.
As soon as they were like, well, you tore both of your Achilles, it's gonna take a long time. I honestly didn't give myself another option. I was gonna compete my senior year no matter what.
I mean, we're having one of the most successful years this year because I think the girls have witnessed firsthand true adversity, true determination. There's so much adversity in sport, and you start to get caught up into the little things. Oh, I rolled my ankle. This is an issue. I've got a sore shoulder. That it can become numbing after a while. You start to believe that that's real adversity, and I just think it doesn't take much to look across the floor and see what she's going through and start looking in the mirror and saying I don't really need to feel sorry for myself.
I think what I'll remember most is just the dedication and determination that she had throughout this whole process, and she never gave up. And that's been her dream, to compete gymnastics in college, and to have that taken away from you for a moment is just devastating. But then to be able to see her and walk through that process with her the entire way and see the fulfillment and the joy that she has on her face when she completed vault for the first time, and bars for the first time, it just brings me so much joy just to be able to share that with her.
For me, quitting was never an option. Not even a little bit.
When you look at it, it's so amazing. We had to teach her how to walk again, how to run again, all of that stuff. But we told her the whole time, and she really embraced it. Maybe you could be better than you were. She's where she is right now because she maximized everything she could possibly get. Our team's just tougher this year than they've ever been before, and I think that's because they've witnessed somebody do something miraculous.
This is gonna sound a little cheesy, but what you think might be impossible, it's possible. If you have the right amount of support, determination, and appropriate stubbornness, if you will, you can do whatever you want, really.